Imagine you're walking down a busy city street on a sunny afternoon. You stop, take a deep breath, and feel perfectly fine. But what if all the oxygen on Earth vanished, just for the next 5 seconds? Your first instinct might be to panic about suffocating, but most of us can comfortably hold our breath for at least 30 seconds. Since the event only lasts for 5, your body wouldn't even notice the change in the air. Your lungs would actually be safe. It is the physical world around you that would instantly begin to disintegrate. High above you, the bright daytime sky snaps completely into pitch-black darkness. Sunlight bounces off atmospheric particles to give the sky its blue color, and without oxygen, there simply isn't enough material left to scatter that light. At that exact moment, every non-electric vehicle around you stalls out. The combustion process requires oxygen to feed a fire, so millions of engines shut down simultaneously. High in the dark sky, commercial airliners lose all engine thrust, falling into a dead glide over the clouds. The silence of the stalled engines is quickly broken. Oxygen makes up roughly 21% of our atmosphere. Removing it instantly reduces the ambient air pressure by that exact amount. That sudden shift is equivalent to standing at sea level and dropping 2,000 meters in a fraction of a second. Your body doesn't have time to adapt, causing every human and animal eardrum on Earth to violently rupture. Out in space, the sudden disappearance of atmospheric oxygen means the protective ozone layer surrounding our planet also vanishes. Without that shield, unfiltered ultraviolet radiation from the sun scorches the surface, delivering severe burns to anyone caught outside. This animation shows the molecular structure of concrete. Oxygen atoms act as the essential connective links holding these solid compounds together. Stripping away that binding agent causes massive infrastructure to lose all integrity, leaving huge megastructures like the Hoover Dam unable to hold the weight of their own reservoirs. Ancient historical landmarks face the exact same fate. From the concrete dome of the Pantheon to modern skyscrapers, the rigid materials instantly shatter into massive exploding clouds of thick gray powder and dust. The chemical bonds that sustained our cities vanish in an instant, ensuring that millennia of human engineering is reduced to dust before the 5 seconds are over. Meanwhile, raw metals undergo a strange reaction. In a normal atmosphere, oxygen creates a microscopic oxidation layer on metal surfaces. Without it, untreated metals fuse together entirely on contact, a process known as cold welding. The millions of cars that just stalled out on highways permanently fuse to each other, forming solid, unbreakable blocks of steel. Down at sea level, a much larger chemical breakdown occurs. The planet's water is composed of 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom. When the oxygen is stripped out, you are left with pure hydrogen gas. Hydrogen is the lightest element in the universe, meaning the leftover molecules immediately begin expanding. The remaining pure hydrogen molecules violently erupt into massive gaseous clouds, rapidly bleeding out into the vacuum of space. This chart shows the elemental breakdown of the Earth's solid crust. A massive 45% of the ground beneath our feet is pure oxygen. When half this mass is deleted simultaneously, the rock loses all ability to support its weight. The pulverized remains of major cities suddenly give way, swallowed up as enormous continent-wide sinkholes tear open across the globe. The planet's structural integrity is entirely compromised, sending the remaining rock, dust, and humanity into a freefall toward the center of the Earth. Then 5 seconds pass. The oxygen snaps back into existence just as suddenly as it left. But the sudden return of breathable air offers no salvation. The chemical bonds are broken, the structural collapses are final, and there is nothing left to breathe it. What remains is a ruined, crumbling sphere, drifting silently through the dark. Our world is held together by an element we usually only think of as the air we breathe. Removing it for just 5 seconds was enough to erase 4 billion years of history.